In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to fasten down the camera on a little stand that is really just a hunk of molded plasticine. What's today? Today's May 10th, 2012. I'm just on my way over to my niece and nephew's place to possibly give my nephew a ride to work and maybe give my niece a ride to her friends. It's Thursday, it's their last day of school. They go to a private charter school, so they get tomorrow off. Tomorrow they get a Friday off for whatever reason, and they get a 3-day weekend. But this weekend hopefully will turn out nice in terms of weather, because we're supposed to be doing the shingles in the house, change the shingles and possibly build a little shed. But anyway, it's about 4 weeks since my cataract surgery in this eye, and as of yet I still don't need glasses in it. I can still see objects far away. On my left eye is still cataract, and causes a lot of confusion in my brain, because this side can see up close but not far away. This eye can see far away but not up close. One's myopic, one's biopic. I don't know which is which. But I still need my glasses, because even in subdued light like this, they still, my one eye tends to twitch. So I'm going to put on my glasses and I'm going to head over there, and I'm just going to keep on blathering for however long it takes there. I'll try not to take my eyes off the road. So if I'm talking and I don't look at the camera, it doesn't mean that I'm trying to ignore you or not maintain eye contact, that I got to keep my eyes on the road. Okay, that's it. Get my glasses on. My cool, funky glasses. These are my Noel one-man glasses. I'm going to start up the Noel one-man series again. And Noel one-man will be the guy who's always wearing these glasses, as opposed to no one man who's in the costume. See if I can get something set up for next year's Comic Expo. And off we go. I'm not sure what the framing is like. I'm not sure if you can see the background, or if the background is all whited out, it's all blurred out or washed out, because this camera, it's a good camera, but it's on a little tiny iPod, but the size of a pack of gum, flattened out. It's a good lens, but it works best under great lighting conditions. Basic lighting conditions, it gives a fairly clear picture, but not everything is crystal clear. It's been raining the past couple of days in Calgary, so it's been kind of gray, but it's good for the grass and it's good for the farmers and it's good for the ducks. But for everything else that is not too crazy about cold, wet weather, it's not so good for them. I don't really have anything to talk about. I'm just going to ramble just to see if I can actually keep my mouth flapping for 5 to 10 minutes as it takes me there. What else has happened? A couple of weeks ago, 2 weekends ago, we were at the Comic Expo. Oh, hold on, we got a big bus pulling into the next lane. Keep my attention on that. Anyhow, the Comic Expo went really well. I'll put a link to some of the things that I posted online on YouTube already. I don't know exactly where the frame is, but I'm going to assume this part of the frame up here is empty. So I'll put a link to the costume montage that I cut together. It's pretty neat, nice 4-minute piece. The music is from the soundtracks to the Animatrix movie. Now I have to deal with people who don't signal. Don't you just hate it when you're driving, you pull up to an intersection and it looks like everybody's going to go straight through, but as soon as the light changes green, someone at the front of the line puts on a turn signal at the last second, which disrupts the normal flow of efficient traffic. Had they signaled in advance, we could have moved into the other lane and drove around them while they waited for their turn. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right, costume montage. Sorry, a little whining there, a little belly aching from me, your host, this guy right here. I'm still not comfortable saying my full name. My whole life, I've never been comfortable saying the name Walter. It still sounds weird to me to say it, but other people have said it too. Hold on, I think my nose is getting a little runny. There's nothing more distracting when you're watching somebody talk and their nose starts to glisten, and then they get a little shine starts to run down their nose, or there's a little booger Klingon just flapping in the breeze. Anyway, back to the links. Comic-Con, or Comic Expo. The Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo. It actually went quite well. I was quite impressed. It was my first time there. I was so overwhelmed by everything. It's just I was just awestruck the whole weekend. Even the Saturday when the fire marshal shut it down, it was still a good time because we were there for half a day. So we got to see some of the panels talking about the background and stuff that they did. I would be naming something more specific, but the 3 days were filled with panels and people talking that I'm not sure who was talking on which day. But it was good overall, even the day that we got shut down, because afterwards my brothers and I went to go see The Hunger Game, which was a good movie. 60% chick flick, 40% action flick. It was good, but it reminded me a whole lot of that Japanese movie, Battle Royale. That was made in 2001, and it was based on a novel, a best-selling novel in Japan, about a bunch of kids who are forced to kill each other. Sound familiar? But anyway, the author or writer of Hunger Games said had nothing to do with Battle Royale, even though it was out 5-10 years before her novel was published. But whatever. I'm not trying to make anything controversial. I'm not the kind of person who's into controversy. As a matter of fact, my family, we've grown up fairly non-confrontational. We've always been sort of non-confrontational in what we do. So anyhow, Hunger Games, very similar to Battle Royale. If you ever get a chance to see Battle Royale, it's a good movie, and you will definitely see the similarities between that and the Hunger Game. But you have to be into Japanese style of filmmaking, which is totally different than American style of filmmaking, and you have to be into blood and violence, because basically what they do in that movie is, their concept is, society at that point in time has become so corrupt with juvenile violence that the government has taken to an annual event where they will abduct an entire grade 9 class, put them on a deserted island for 3 days with only one survivor. Anyhow, how did I get talking about that? I'm supposed to be talking about the Comic Book Expo, right? Oh, right, okay, that's my train of thought. Second day Comic Book Expo, the fire marshal shut the place down because it was so packed, jam-packed with people. I remember my brother and I'll put a link to that particular day. We came from a panel discussion, and we went out into the hallway, the main areas, and it was just so jam-packed. We were packed in like a can of sardines that we weren't going to have lunch there because you'd have to stand in line for an hour waiting for your food, or waiting to order your food. So anyway, we decided to go out to a restaurant across the street, which we did. But by the time we got back an hour later, about 1-2 o'clock, the people were saying at the doors that the fire marshal shut the place down. There were just too many people. I guess everybody in Calgary who did not have an advance ticket decided to check out what the Comic Expo was like that Saturday. So they sold a lot of tickets at the door, which caused the whole event to be overcrowded. And so everybody who had an advance ticket, even though they had an advance ticket and paid for it, they weren't allowed in. But it was a good day nonetheless. I'm sure all the people that were there, though it was crowded, still had a good time, because there's still a lot to see and a lot to do. Although I prefer Saturday and Sunday, because even though there were a lot of people, there was still a lot of room, a lot of elbow room to walk down the display aisles and to see everything comfortably. And that's about it. I'm almost at their house now. So there are the links. They'll be all around the frame here. A link to the costume montage, a link to the various days of the video that I took of the expo. And I'll even somewhere on here, if they have a trailer on YouTube to Battle Royale, I'll put that link on for the curious. And you can tell me, well, actually you'll have to see the whole movie to discern for yourself whether or not the Hunger Games borrowed heavily, was inspired greatly, or was a ripoff of Battle Royale. Anyhow, I'm going to adopt the persona of Noel Oneman every time I wear these glasses. So from here on in, when you see these glasses, it'll be Noel Oneman talking. And I'll even change his voice, as my voice has suddenly deepened for some reason. So, this is Noel Oneman, signing off. Hoping you have a nice day, wherever you are out there, in YouTube land, or in internet land. Talk to you later. Have fun. Check out some of those videos. We've only got 9 parts so far, but they're pretty good. But you'll also notice that when Noel Oneman changes into No One Man, his voice changes yet again. Okay, here we go. We're here now. I'm going to shut the car off and I'm going to turn off this video camera. Thanks. We'll talk to you later. Have fun.